Hey guys, how's it going? Robert Warshak here, and we've got a nice spicy hand mage slash summoner's mage slash I guess big mage you'd call it. This is a little different take on the normal dragon rendition we're seeing on ladder, which is kind of why I liked it so much, because it was just like a kind of a different look on it. And there's actually quite a few interesting cards in the deck that actually, when you look at them, they're like, but then when you play with them, it's like, ooh, that feels good. So with that, let's take a look at the deck list. For those of you unfamiliar how we do our deck guides, we take a look at the deck. I explain why particular cards are in the deck, why I've chosen them over others. From there, we'll move into some games of the deck. Overall, this deck has performed really well. We're currently 6-1 and 86% win rate. No, it's not a huge sample size, but if that tells you anything off the bat and never played the deck before, do some of this right here and you get pretty excited. So, looking at the deck, 2 Daring Fire Eaters. This is your early game removal, you know, spending basically 3 mana if you use this on turn 3 to do 3 damage to a minion, plus it's a 1/1 body, really isn't that bad. A lot of people don't really expect the Daring Fire Eater anymore because a lot of people have cut them. So being able to do this damage that early in the game without like a Frostbolt's pretty nice. Two acidic Swamp Ooze. This is basically because of all the rogues on ladder. As we know, using acidic Swamp Ooze on their waggle pick is just like really good, and will often allow you to win matchups normally you would have lost because of how powerful that weapon is. Also, Daring Fire, Rob, why don't you put Jandalai in the deck? Daring Fire Eater is really good with that. You get your Ragnaros faster. I found it being a dead card in my hand a lot of the time. So you can throw it in there and see how, you know, it works for you. It is a good card, but is it the best card for right now in this meta? I don't know. There's a lot of decks that throw up like a lot of small minions, and Ragnaros picking off like a tiny 1/1 or 2/2 really doesn't do too much, but it's not a bad card. You know, if the meta slows down, take out Sun Fury Protector, add in Jandalai, all good. Book Specters is basically the arcane intellect of the deck. Draw 3 cards. There's only 4 spells in the entire deck, 2 Conjurers Calling and 2 Power Creation. Most of the time you don't hit them. If you do, it's not the end of the world. Doomsayer, again, being able to deal with the early game. Good board clear. Not too much to say about Doomsayer. It's one of the classic cards. If you don't have them, it's good craft. Khadgar, this is kind of what fuels the fire in the later stages of the game. You know, after you've summoned your, you know, Mountain Giant for 3 or 4 mana, use your Conjurer's Calling, and if that didn't already win you the game, you know, Khadgar with Power of Creation to create 4/6 drops is crazy. Using Khadgar with Giggling Inventor to summon extra Annoyobots is really, really good. Can be used with Astromancer. I mean, the Khadgar is just a really, really good card in this deck, and one of the reasons why it has like really big blowout turns. Sun Fury Protector is just basic taunt. You know, I do have 2 rotten apple bottoms in here as well, so maybe the Sun Fury Protector is too much. We could throw in probably another mind control tech, to be honest. But right now, I'm liking the ability to give, you know, Alexstrasza, Kalecgos, Mountain Giant taunt. It's just an extra little thing, but definitely, you know, one of those hit or misses. Conjurer's Calling is one of the best cards in the deck, and the reason being is using this on, you know, an Astromancer, a Giggling Inventor, which is why he's in the deck as well. The Annoyobots are really good, but the, you know, using a Conjurer's Calling on a Giggling Inventor feels really nice. And of course, the bread and butter is the Mountain Giant. This is going to win you most of your games. This is your bread and butter. Turn 6, you know, Mountain Giant, Conjurer's Calling, GG no re. Messenger Raven, this is just a decent minion. It adds a card to your hand, keeping your hand size large. And as we know, we want our hand size being large from cards like Astromancer. Mind Control Tech, really good against the aggro decks, you know, being able to take basically their best minion every time if you're good at Hearthstone, or their worst minion every time if you're me, but still a good tempo, or not even tempo play, but a good, like, kind of like bring yourself back in the game card. Voodoo Doll is your single target removal, because we're not running dragons, you know, the dragon that does 6 damage or 7 damage to something. Crowd Roaster, we don't have that. We have Voodoo Doll. So Voodoo Doll, ping Voodoo Doll, or you could also Voodoo Doll Conjurer's Calling, 6 mana, adds 2 3s to your board, pretty solid, and kills your opponent's card. Rotten Applebaum, because we know mages lack heal and mages lack taunt, I'm playing Applebaum. The 4 heal is pretty nice. It's not the best card in the world, I agree, but as of now, this meta, you know, with how many aggro decks there are and how many burn decks there are, you know what I'm saying, getting the extra 4 healing along with like Zilliax for the heal is nice. Astromancer, this is like heading towards your late game, summon a minion based on your hand size, which is why we call it hand mage, and we want a lot of cards in our hand. Astromancer fits along really well. Giggling Inventor, kind of a weird pick, right? But when you think about it, in this deck, it makes a lot of sense, and it's really, really nice. Plus, Annoyotrons are really annoying. It's crazy this card sees plays at 7 mana. Remember when this card was 5 mana? Power of Creation, a lot of people actually start cutting Power of Creation due to its, like, you know, only summoning 2/6 cost minions. It really isn't that great. You know, using it with like Khadgar, already having the board, or you comboing with Kalecgos is kind of key. I find it still really useful. You know, You can win a lot of games that you normally wouldn't be able to win by generating, 2 Rocketeers, 2 Big Taunts, 2 Hoggers, the list goes on. Alexstrasza, being able to set your health to 15 if you're below 15, or your opponent's to 15 to blow them out. Really, really nice. Kalecgos, I'm not going to explain him. He's just amazing. The first spell you cast each turn costs 0, and he discovers a spell to begin with, so it's just like insane. And then Mountain Giant, we've been over that. That's kind of the bread and butter of the deck, being, more handmade style. So with that, if you enjoy the deck list, we get you a lot of wins. Throw a like or a comment in the section below. KXD is good enough for me. It shows me you like the video, you like the format of it, you like what's happening, and the deck performed well for you. So with that, let's roll into the games and enjoy those guys. Yeah, I heard the two new pieces were like I think like a priest. It's like a support piece, and it makes you take less damage to your hero if you lose the round. And then I don't know what the other piece is, but I know one of them's like a priest. Which is pretty cool. I like the dynamics of them adding stuff that's not just like really good units, because eventually, like, you don't want to power spike the units in the game, because it's just like, oh, I'll just play this unit because it's just better than the other one. But if they all work in like different ways and they're all good in different situations, allows for a lot more like counterplay, and the ability, like, picking your units like matters more than like, oh, he just got like really good units at the start, he wins. Are you gonna break, eat, and come back? Nah, I'm probably just gonna eat, like, on stream. I'll, like, take off the camera or something. But there won't be, like, any sort of break. I'm too frustrated with myself right now to take a break. Like, losing at this rank, like, it's just, it is actually, like, driving me insane. Like, I've never, ever, ever, we've never first made it, hold on. Fire Eater's cool. But Bonfire Elemental is just kind of like a big dude. Like, first of all, we normally just hit Legend every season, or at least rank 1, so we always go down to rank 5. So the fact that we started at 7 this season was, like, already really bad. And then just the fact that, like, I'm even having trouble at these ranks, even with our budget deck, is just, like, really tilting for me. And it's me playing just not as optimally as I should, and that's because I'm not focusing. I'm not focusing because I'm at a rank that I don't focus at. Normally I can just throw up on the board and win. The plays just come naturally. What up, Zach? So this is good stuff. So we can play this, draw a card, then we're still at 9. This trades the Ooze. Fire Eater, ping. We can kill everything if we Fire Eater, ping, but then I don't get to draw the card from this, and I really don't want to leave the Ooze alive. But getting this extra card kind of makes me pretty happy. I really just want to send 8 face. I don't think sending 8 into a Mana Tide is worth it. I'll give him the extra card. Yepperson will keep a piece alive for a few seconds, then it's gonna die. Count as a 3rd unit for any upgrades. Nice. Yeah, so it looks like killing the Acidic Swamp Ooze there was the play. I got punished for the play I made. So I like Doomsayer, Raven. Really good. Really good. I go Doomsayer now because it, like, he has 10 cards in his hand, which makes him have to use something, like an Earthshock, and then we can play the Astromancer next turn on, hopefully, what is to be a clean board. I don't know if my, the food is here. I have to check outside after this game. But thin crust fucking pizza is gonna be dank as shit. I am starving. Yo, Pap with the 7 months. Appreciate it, man. Welcome back. Appreciate it, homie. Well, bam. What 9 drop did we get? All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Giggling Inventor. Alright. Well, we could have a really sizable board here. This is hard for me not to do. Khadgar's into Conjurer's calling is just like... I want it, chat. I want to be happier. I want you to be happier. Pretty exciting board. Left message 15 minutes ago. Oh shit. Alright. Pizza's outside then. Alright, I'll get it after this game. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it greatly. Mind control tech. Ooh, he actually took the worst minion. Our RNG turned around, boys, just like that. You know the game feels sorry for us when when that happens. Is Chase outside? Dude. He's waiting for me, man. He's waiting for his tip. I think we win here. He's looking for Taunt Totem. He did not find it. He could have rolled the totem first and then like gotten like spell power or whatever. But see, we just smack him in the face with big giant fucking minions and win. Alright, let me go get my pizza from outside. Give me like 3 minutes or something. I'm eating pizza PNG. Really, there's like no I'm eating pizza PNGs? What the hell is this? What if I just type in pizza PNG? Honestly, if you type in pizza PNG, it's really depressing. Like, the pizza honestly looks like shit. Fuck it, I'm just gonna eat. He shouldn't be able to play giant next turn, so we're good. I muted the mic for the crunchy part. At least this stops his giant turn, because I don't have giant yet, and I don't even have the Voodoo Doll. So we're kind of like in a weird spot. We're playing against the guy running the same deck as us, though. Why not ping face? Because if he ends up killing Doomsayer, I want to be able to ping the bird. 1 damage face isn't worth potential bird not dying. Now that we have Voodoo Doll and he plays giant, we can deal with it. Only problem is if he used his coin, and then he would have conjured calling. Yo, Eldritch with the Twitch Prime for 2 months. Yeah, welcome back, man. Appreciate the sub, homie. What do we get? Hog. That feels bad. That feels bad. Normally their deck doesn't run Flame Strike. Normally the deck doesn't run Blizzard either. What kind of pizza? It's Pizza Hut thin crust pepperoni. It's very exciting. One of my favorites. If I'm gonna eat absolute garbage, this is the garbage I'm gonna eat. I really don't want to play into mind control tech. I'm not gonna play another minion. I did not death. I gave up on the hunter deck. It was just making me very mad. He's gonna use power creation. Found 2 rush minions. Well, 5 rush minions, great. 4 rush minions. Do I worry about killing Khadgar? No. Wow. These fucking suck. I'm gonna make the assumption he doesn't have another power creation. It's the last pizza, guys, and then you don't have to see me eat anymore.
My calculations are flawless. I bring life and hope.
Hopefully he also doesn't have a Conjurer's Calling. Shit would be crazy. Cool. Warlock. Gonna be Zooby Zooby Zoo.
Let the games begin.
Oh. You like UFC, Rob? Yeah, it's alright. The question comes, do I wait and then I Doomsayer? Or do I coin Doomsayer? I really don't want to like lose this game because I decided to hold the Doomsayer, but I'm hoping he taps. Scarabag, that's fine. I don't actually know if Doomsayer was best there. I could have like Book of Specters and then Mountain Giant next turn. Alright, it's time to drink some fucking alcohol. I've had about enough of Hearthstone. I'm just kidding. I'm still gonna play Hearthstone. I'm just also now gonna drink alcohol. It's alcohol time. This next turn we play Giant. It's gonna be good. Alright. So how much are we pouring, guys? Are we just pouring a little just to get like a little flavor? Is that what we're doing? It's actually a really hard turn because I kind of want to go like Giant for 3 and then go Coin Calling. That means I can't play a minion besides like the Raven. The other options, I just play Giant now and just hope it doesn't die. Alright. Alright, we don't want to pour too much. But we want to get like a good flavor, like a good taste. You know, we just want to get it like a taste. So we don't want to like overdo it. But like just making sure we get just a solid amount just to make sure like just the tip. And it's the ideal point for maximum. You know what I mean? Gotta make sure we don't do too much. Gotta make make sure everything works. Gotta make sure we get good flow, you know? It's all about flow. So next turn, do we coin Astromancer or do I go like Mind Control Tech? Oh. I do this. Well, that's bad. On the rocks, yeah, we take it straight. It's really not cool. He actually wins if he has Grim Rally. Or Soulfire. If he has Grim Rally and Soulfire, he wins 100%. We're gonna hope those two cards are not in his hand. Going face. I guess it could be Leroy. Hopefully it's not Leroy. So if I do this, I would have to trade, and then I would ping. The other option is I Mind Control Tech. And then I would Conjure this and look for more taunts. And the question is, do I Mind Control Tech and try to grab the Void, or do I kill the Void and try to grab the Sea Giant? I think I go for the Sea Giant, right? Sea Giant mine. Taunt? Cool. like a firebird through the sky, moving like a firebird. Yo, we got Frank Wood with the 5 months in a row. We got Dude Mighty, Athena, Drew, and all Will with the follows. And then we follow that up with Pap and Eldritch with the resub for 7 and 2 months. Yo, appreciate it, homies. Thank you for your contribution to the Warshak Society. Good bombs away video. Ah, I'm glad you liked it. We worked hard. That thumbnail was good stuff. We worked hard on that thumbnail. I'm like a firebird.
Job done.
I haven't heard this song in a while.
The end is coming. Reporting for duty.
Why is Doomsayer on a clean board? I have a feeling like his turn 4 is going to consist of using that prismatic lens anyway. And the fact that he runs Loot Hoarder kind of like makes me think he's OTK, but we'll do this. Oh, me and Tony were supposed to do chess today. Tony fucking wiggled out, dude. Tony straight up wiggled out.
The hare's planted a go round. The hare's planted
Uh-oh.
a go round.
What the hell's going on here? The hell's happening here? Do we trade into these guys or do we just go face? I'm greedy. I see face. I hit it. Death. Face good. I should have Shrink Ray in my future. No Shrink Ray?
Speak to me.
Just more heal face. I mean, he only has 2 cards in his deck that like do the heal like that.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
My hand is full.
The reason I killed the Alkalite of Pain guys is because first he overdraws and then second Wild Pyromancer is like a problem.
Mind if I roll?
He's drawing so much. The amount of draw in this guy's deck is insane. I don't know if I'm supposed to commit more to the board or not. I just don't think it's the right move here. I don't like committing. And like the problem with the Giggling Inventor is he could just trade his little dudes into it and then he just clears the board. Right? Like what if I just go like Applebaum here and just go face? I mean he's gonna have to clear eventually. He also overdraws again as well.
Job's done. My hand is full.
What's the story of this emote? The goose? Oh, that was our first emote. That's me as a goose. Because I'm a goosey boy. So he only has one timeout, which is good. I'm like a firebird through the sky. So he has to kill me this turn. He doesn't have any more timeouts. He's looking for like an equality. But now he can't, like, even if he equality, he can't concentration. So he has to like wild pyro. You call. This guy was playing the OTK Shirvala version. Do I keep Conjurer's Calling? Probably not. I think I just look for Giant. This is gonna be a hard matchup for us. Yo, W with the resub for 9 months. Thanks, man. Welcome back. Appreciate it, homie.
What shall we hunt?
Push me down. I wonder if he Savage Roars to keep his guys alive. Wrath for 1. Makes sense. Alright, so we just throw down the Acidic Swamp Ooze here. Ooh. Actually better. This is hard. Are we leaning towards Khadgar? Probably, right? I mean, Fire Eater's good, but I don't think he's going to play that many minions that are like... that we need to ping down. Plus, we already have one in our hand. I really don't like coining Zill.
Welcome to their shore.
You like Eminem? Yeah. Eminem's good. Actually, a lot of his stuff is on our radio. Believe it or not, we actually have a decent amount of his stuff on our radio. Feeling tipsy when you're with me. Yo! The Dr. Mac with the tier 1 for 19 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, appreciate it. You have a radio? Yeah, this is our Pandora channel right now.
My calculations are flawless.
What a tragedy! Better write this down. This be our neck of the woods.
A lot of stuff, man. Drunk off your love, drunk off your love.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
The only way he wins is you have to have like a Savage Roar and then like a Power of the Wild. That'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16. So he needs a Savage Roar and he needs like a field buff. He ordered that wrong. He should have traded first and then twin spelled, and these guys would be 3/3s because of regardless of when they trade, they're still gonna die. He also should have traded the little dude first and then summoned a squirrel, and then he would have had an extra guy on the board.
Trivial.
Tipsy when you miss me. What's up? Oh, what's up, Creamy? Nine, 10, 11, 12. Oh. Looking good, looking good. How would this season's Token Druid beat last season's? What you mean? Oh, you're wondering how I got the Treant? I mind control typed it from his side.
Power takes many.
Business? Went with the rush. Put me that shit. Me away, that's it. Deck is better.
We must band together, united for Dalaran. I can see.
I think there's a good... The new Token Druid, I mean, it's just a little bit faster. Runs like Sea Giant and stuff. Finally. Finally rank 5. See? Play a good deck. We win streak into 5. 5-1. And that rogue game was the game that he made a turn 3 12-12 Edwin.